show, we're delighted to have Miriam and Maria from Pro-Life Europe. You're very welcome to the Rally for Life, Miriam and Maria. Thank you so much for joining us. And how did Pro-Life Europe start, and what do you hope to achieve with Pro-Life Europe?
So yeah, actually our mission is to change the culture. So we aim to not just to make abortion illegal, which is also like consequences of the culture and like works on the culture as well as a law, but we want to make abortion unthinkable also, and to change the culture, the way people look at abortion and understand abortion as a cultural practice or like a social practice. Like we haven't gone that far that abortion is like taking a tooth, but we can be closer to that, and we want to go back a little bit and say no, like that people actually are aware what encloses in an abortion.
And also how we look at women. So the way of womanhood, and combining fact that every woman can be a mother sometime. And we saw a lack in the youth movement, not only in Germany or Austria, but also in the way of many European countries. And for that we thought we need something that brings together all the different countries with their culture, with the youth and students.
Yes.
Most importantly, also students to are able to have an impact and make cultural change in Europe, throughout Europe.
Very good.
Yes.
And so are you mostly a student-led organization on college campuses?
I would say this is our aim, but it has been difficult because in some countries they even forbid us. Miriam can say more about this. But this is our aim, to build groups in universities. This is our, like, let's say, our goal. And
Very interesting. And have you made it onto some college campuses?
Yes, we have. So before Corona, we were accepted at 4 different universities so far in Germany, because in Germany we have this culture of university groups. For example, in Austria, it's not even possible for no one to be an official group at university. But this has really changed. So for the last 1.5 years, we were not accepted at all the universities we tried to get into, because they now are aware of Pro-Life Europe. They now are new and know what Pro-Life Europe is doing. And for the beginning, no one knew us, so no one thought we could be
some kind we could be a threat. Now that they know we are a threat, we are very happy that we are a threat.
That's a compliment, I think. And so is there a lot of negative reactions as well as some support on these campuses?
Tim, you're going to be surprised, but I think I think we got a lot of good reactions. A lot of good reactions from people who were very impressed. I had friends of mine, for instance, that knew that I was working, that didn't know I was pro-life or anything. They're like, oh, it's super cool, this new organization, and didn't even know it was pro-life, which is a big win for us.
Yeah.
But and I think also in the universities were like very successful.
Yeah. But I would say it's differently. So I was surprised, and on what universities it was no problem at all to speak about the topic. So in a respectful way. But in other universities, even in Bavaria, so maybe you would not think that it's possible in Bavaria, it was very aggressive. And students were, doing even hate speech on campus about pro-life students, or following them until their private home and everything like that. So it's very different, it depends.
I think the general hate on the pro-life movement, of course, gets extended to us at a certain level. But on the other hand, I think we've been getting a lot of people who maybe wouldn't thought. I think mainly people who are already pro-life but wouldn't engage in the pro-life movement are like, oh, they are like, maybe they're like, oh, they're cool, they're different. I think this is more like the reaction, I would say.
Yeah, that's true.
And also people who are not pro-life are like more open to the pro-life message, I think also. It's a big win.
And are there particular people who inspire you to keep going despite some of the negativity, and who you draw your inspiration from?
So I draw my inspiration actually from all my experience I have, and mostly from the experience from myself. I'm a role model for myself. No,
You go, girl.
no. But my motivation comes from working with the students. So this is my main motivation, because I see the change that I'm able to make with working with them. And also from visiting other pro-life organizations. So maybe you're interested in getting to know that I also have been in Ireland at the March for Life in, when was it? It was before the 8th Amendment vote. Yes, so I've been there. I've stayed overnight in the Lifehouse. I think that was how it was called. Yes. So I was in Washington DC once, and I was in Rome at the March for Life.
Yeah. I mean, I would actually say the same. I get very much inspired, like, by our core team, like the way I see also my colleagues like struggling, that all of us, like, we struggle with so many different things in so many different levels. I could say at a familiar level, at a, I don't know, like so many different levels. Like, I don't know if my father is listening to this, but he better be. But I think a lot of my inspiration gets from like our close colleagues, and also the volunteers, like how they actually like juggle everything of like working and studying and doing this. I think it's super inspiring. And also, of course, I think by other I would say movements also, that like I know a very amazing institution which is called Cenaculo, which also inspires me a lot. They also provide life in a different way, and I got very inspired also by this. It's a sister, it's a nun who actually helps drug addicts and gets them out of the streets and gives them a new life. And I get very inspired by this, but like every story that gives life and brings people a new life. And I think, yeah, that puts away, in a way, abortion just doesn't kill the baby, kills also the heart of the mother and the doctor and the people who live around. And I think there's a lot of death included. So everything that brings life inspires me, actually.
Yeah. Well, it's fantastic to see how enthusiastic you are for your mission, and we wish you every success in it. And hopefully you'll continue to be received well by as many people as possible on student campuses. So thank you very much, Maria and Miriam, for joining us today at the Rally for Life.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for having us.